What's going on, it's the RapNerd, and I just got back from seeing the latest horror movie that just dropped called Good Boy. Now, the movie follows a man and his dog who live on the rural side of town just trying to live a peaceful life. But that peaceful life soon gets interrupted by an entity that slides into the night, and we see everything unravel from the dog's perspective. And when I first saw this movie and heard about it, I was like, okay, so we're going the trend route of following a horror film from a different perspective, and I think it's all due to 2024's inner violent nature that definitely sparked what we're seeing. And then earlier this year, we got Presence being able to see everything from the entity standpoint. So here we are from the dog's perspective. And what I'm going to say is, warning you now, this movie is highly emotional and kind of dips into the depressing kind of side of things. And that's just me coming out of it. I'm honestly a bit taken aback at where this movie goes. And you learn of this within like the first 15 minutes of the movie. They really point out what exactly is going on. And from that point, you already know how the movie's going to go. And if you don't, you're in for a surprise, but I am more than sure you'll know once the movie gets the ball rolling. And even though I do find it a little bit depressing, I still think that it is a pretty good movie. I think the way that it was executed works well. I was kind of scared about how the movie would flow, being from the dog perspective, and of course the dog ain't talking and there's not a lot of lines in the movie, but they managed to make it interesting and keep things very spooky and atmospheric. One of the things that I enjoy about it is the bumps in the night are real as hell. As soon as things start to get weird, the camera is placed in certain places to really make you as a viewer like search for things in the frame. Sometimes things are there, sometimes things aren't. Like you might put the dog in, the left-hand corner, abiding by the rules of threes, and they'll hone in the light specifically on the dog, and you'll have lightning strikes in the back that light the whole room up. And sometimes something will be there, sometimes nothing is there. And there are some jump scares that really are effective. There's one that audibly made me go, oh shit! So it's scary, it's atmospheric, it's creepy, it's sad, it's depressing, it's haunting, all of these things wrapped up in one. While I found the material to be a bit of a downer, I think that it is excellently made, and I actually want to watch it again because of that. And what I don't understand most is how they were able to get this dog to act like this. Of course the dog's not talking, or they don't do anything corny like have some type of dubbing, but the dog is able to make expressions, turn his head, do certain things to express exactly what's going on in the movie. And I feel like that is an incredible job. Like, again, as I explained about the atmospheric scares and all of that, there are moments that are made to scare the damn dog, and the dog looks scared. Like the dog might hear a bump in the night and he'll turn and look, then the camera will literally pan slowly into the dog, and the dog's eyes are wide-eyed, like backing up like a person. And I found that to be like excellent. I have no idea. I really want to buy the Blu-ray when it does come out, just so I can see how they did this, because I've never seen anything like this from an animal acting. And another thing that I really did love is that the atmosphere is super duper fall. Again, they're in the rural side of town, so there are moments when they're outside and the trees are just beautifully painted with the foliage of fall. Now I know some people don't care about that, but for me, fall being my favorite season, this is going to be a movie that I put in the autumnal horror films to watch, and I enjoyed that a lot. So if you're of that kind of vibe, I think it's perfect to watch for this season especially, and I think it's probably why they put it out in October, because it feels like an October movie. And one of the most powerful attributes of this movie is the sound design. Because there isn't a lot of dialogue, they have to really double down on what you hear to make it seem like you're listening from the dog's perspective. And we all know dogs have better hearing than we do, so they use that to the advantage to kind of scare the audience even more, because they enhance the sound. And now that I'm talking about it more, I think I really do love this movie a lot because of the experience that it gave me. Again, you know what's going to happen, but the way to that road is never dull. Kept me on my toes the entire time. I was literally just waiting for the moment to come, waiting for it to come, but they kind of pull a pump fake, and it's for a reason too. And that's the thing that I like most. Once you get to the core of what's going on, you're then like, oh damn, so this is what happened. And it kind of makes you think about dogs from a different light with what this movie presents. And I think that's the biggest message of this film. I'm not going to say why. I want you to get to that. And with that being said, I'm going to stop before I spoil it. So just go out and see it if you are interested. It's definitely worth a theatrical watch for the sound design and the visuals alone. I would highly recommend if you're looking for something to pop off the spooky season. So let me know in the comments what you thought about Good Boy. If you've seen it, keep it spoiler free. And if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, thank you. And until next time, peace.
RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy. Instead of banking on it, now rapping is just a hobby.